Hello and welcome back to Soul MCA's channel. I'm so glad that you could join me today. If today is your first time joining, thank you so much. Hopefully you like what you see today and you're able to like and subscribe and come and join a growing bass family. If you are coming back, thank you so much for your support and your continued support. I have the best channel on YouTube, not because of me, not because of me at all, but because of the support that you all give me. Today, we are doing Petra Kaye's medley, chorus medley is what I think that they call it. And this is the tutorial that I told you all that I bombed in my last video, that I hated the way I taught it. I hated the way I did it. So I've redone the whole thing. And this tutorial has become a project. All right. Those that know me know I can't do things, or where I should be doing things here, I take them to go all the way up here somewhere. So it became a major thing. I've been working on this for hours, and you'll understand when you hear it soon enough. So I've redone it in a way that I think is understandable for everyone and that can help everyone, including myself. You're going to have to bear with some of my horrible singing. I apologize, but there was no other way to get around it. All right, for you to know what was going on and for me to know what was going on and be able to concentrate on what I needed to concentrate on, which was playing. So the bassist on this track, his name is Ron Matheson, and I'm going to put his name here so you guys can go and follow him on Instagram. This guy is cerebral. He is an assassin on the bass. I'm going to tell you from listening to it over and over again, from working it out on the bass, everything is intentional. Everything this man did, he went into it with intent. He doesn't spare a note. It's phenomenal. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not breaking down every single lick. I'm not breaking down every double stop. I'm not giving you every single pass. The song is very lengthy, and this tutorial would go on forever. And although I'd love to do that, I'm not going to do that. But I will give you more than enough to be able to play the song and sound good on it, and to sound as if you were Ron. Ron is a problem. I find that there are not too many people who can play island music properly, because it's not so much about your knowledge all the time as it is your feel. And sometimes people overthink it, sometimes people overplay it. But this guy, and there's another guy on YouTube, Davion Carter, he does a lot of 9-night stuff. Just phenomenal. They have a feel and they understand what the music needs and they give it what it needs and nothing more. Nothing more. And Ron and the band in this song do a great job of giving just a little American touch to it, just enough to keep things interesting, and just they're all flat out monsters. Okay, so with no further delay, because I've talked probably way too much at this point, the song is going to be in B flat. And just so you know, I am detuned a half step. If you want my tuning, if you desire to get that tuning, if you want to know why I play detuned, check out my playlist there on detuning. And know that Ron in this song is also detuned down to B flat. So if you want those open string lows that he's doing with the B flat, you're going to have to detune, or you can play. You don't have to. You can play in standard tuning. You're just going to have to try to use another B flat, your lowest one, wherever you can. But I'm going to warn you, it's not going to be the same. It's not going to feel the same. All right, so we got B flat, and we've got the following scale. Actually, let me move it up. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and our octave. Now I'm going to give you every accidental just to be safe. We've got our sharp 1, we've got our flat 3, sharp 4, sharp 5, flat 7, and that's all of them. All right, just because we may need them at some point, I can't remember, so I'm just going to give you all of them. So when we play it together, we've got 1, sharp 1, 2, flat 2, or flat 3, 3, 4, sharp 4, 5, sharp 5, 6, flat 7, 7, 1 is our octave. Just a heads up as well, I worked my computer fairly hard for this tutorial, and towards the end, you can start to hear in some of the demos that I've recorded, you can hear where there's a lag between the track and myself. Just bear with it. It's the RAM getting eaten up. All right. So without further delay, let's do it. All right. So our first song is tempoless. So just bear with me for a second. Oh, what singing. Oh, what shouting on that happy morning when we all shall rise. Oh, what glory. Hallelujah. When we meet our blessed Savior in the sky, redemption cometh, praise the Lord. What a wonderful freedom, glory to his name. I'm out of the bondage and into God's freedom, redemption cometh, praise the Lord. Redemption cometh, praise the Lord. What a wonderful freedom, glory to his name. I'm out of the bondage and into God's freedom, redemption cometh, praise the Lord. All right, so the song opens up with no beat, like I said before. You're just hanging on the one. Oh, what singing. Oh, and shouting on that happy, that whole little syllable. Somewhere in there, ha and p is your syllable. To go to the 6. On that happy morning, when to the 2, all shall 5. Rise. Back to the 1, but he does. Oh, and glory. That's just an open string slide. Slid down the E string and left a B flat string open. Oh, what glory. Hallelujah, 3. And then they cut the music. When we need the drummer starts. 5. The sky. 1. Redemption cometh. Back to an open string slide 1. Okay. So I'll go through it again. I'll just sing it so you can play along. All right. The notes will be on screen. Oh, what shouting on that happy morning when we all shall rise. Oh, what glory. Hallelujah. When we reach the sky, redemption cometh. All right. So what you have there is they go into the song and there's no bass at first. Redemption cometh, praise the Lord, what a wonderful feeling, glory to his name. Now I'm going to stop. This is what I'm going to do differently that I haven't done in any other tutorial. There are a series of grooves that are happening in the song. And rather than give you every single note and keep moving it to every key, I'm going to give you the numbers of the groove. And then I'm just going to tell you we're going to move that whole shape or that whole groove into a different number. What I mean by that is this. In this particular song, redemption cometh. That's our groove right there, all right? So we're going to take the root, all right? In this case, we're in B flat, and I'm just talking as if we're in the 1 right now. We're going to take the root and the fifth root. Root, fifth root, okay? When I say that, I'm taking, no matter where I tell you we're moving, we're taking the root, or whatever I say we're in this number, that will be our root, and the 5th of that. Now I want you to note, I'm not doing this. No. You hear I'm hammering on from the 4 to the 5. I'm snapping that. As opposed to, you hear the difference? Okay. So with this particular song, and let me pull this up, because the other thing I want to do is I want to explain to you what's going on underneath so that you understand where to move these grooves. Okay, so for this song, Redemption Cometh, the progression underneath is Redemption Cometh, 1, praise the Lord, 1, what a wonderful feeling, 1, glory to his 5, I'm out of the 1, and then 4, redemption, 1, 5, 1. Okay, that's your main groove that's happening. All right, and so what we're going to do is we're going to move this shape based on that number system. So when I say we're in the 1, we're going to take that and we're going to move it to the 1. If I say we're going to go to the 5, you take that same shape. All right, you take the 5th and its root, which is 2, and you do it there. So that's what I mean. All right, so when it starts, it comes in late in the first half of the chorus. 1, 4, 1, 5, 1. Okay. So there is another phrase we've got to get down, and that's the church. When I say church, we're just doing 1, 3, 4, sharp 4, 5, 6, flat 7, 7, 1. If you've ever played shouting music in church, it's just that. That's all we're doing. 1, 3, 4, sharp 4, 5, 6, flat 7, 7, 1. Okay. When I say church, that's what I mean. So, redemption cometh, praise the Lord, what a wonderful feeling, glory to the name. I'm out of the 1, and into 4, read 1, 5, 1. All right, so that's a little walk up he does the first time. 1, 1, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 1. Okay. All right, and then he just does that the first time when there's only a half chorus. Then when we go through the whole song, redemption 1, command, stand in 1, the Lord, what a wonderful feeling, glory, move that whole shape to the 5, 1, and then 4, 1, 5, 1, church. You've got everything you need there, okay? So the G1 means that we're doing that groove in 1. G4 means we're doing that groove in 4. G5 means we're doing that groove in 5. All right, and we're going to keep that concept going forward, but the groove will change. I'll always explain to you the groove at the beginning of the explanation portion. He lifted me up from the miry clay. He planted my feet on the rock to stay. And that is the reason why I sing and I shout. My Jesus came down and lifted me up. He lifted me up from the miry clay. He planted my feet on the rock to stay. And that is the reason why I sing and I shout. My Jesus came down and lifted me up. All right, so our groove from the first section is going to carry over, at least initially, into this song, right? And so let's talk about, let's just remind you what that groove was, right? The 1, 5th, 5th, 1, 5th, 5th, all right? Or root 5th, 5th, okay? Because we're going to move this shape around. what's going on underneath this progression-wise, I'm going to give you. Now, when I'm saying progression-wise throughout this video, I'm talking about the bass. The keys are not always doing what the bass is doing. In case I got key players on here or other people that know Medley really well, it's not always the case. I'm giving you what the bass player is playing as his underlying progression under all of these changes in passing notes, so you can better understand what's happening. All right. So he lifted me up. We've got he lifted me up from one from the miry clay. One, he planted my 5 feet on the rock. Back to the 1 to stay. And that is the one reason why I'm singing. I 4 shout my 1. Jesus came down 5 and lifted me 1 up. Okay. So we're going to take this groove and we're going to move it accordingly. So he lifted me up. 1, 1, 1, 1, and my 5. And 1, 5, 6, 7, 5, 1. And then we're out the first pass. Okay. So 1 groove in the 1. Sorry. He lifted me up. 1 from the mic. 1. He planted my 5 feet. 1, 5, 6, 7, 5, 1. I say in a shout, my Jesus came for. 1, 5 and lifted me 1, 1, 5, 6, 7, 5, 1. All right. So on that break again, because I messed up, there's a 4 in there. That is the reason he left me up. He planted my feet on the rock. Back to the 1, 5, 6, 7, 5. Reason why. That's a 1. I ain't gonna 4. My Jesus came 1, 5 and lifted me 1, 1, 5, 6, 7, 5, 1. All right, and then we're about to switch to another groove. But as long as you're remembering 1, 1, 5, 1, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1. All right, you'll be able to even get this next groove that we're gonna do. So this next groove is going to be the 1/5 or root 5th, 5th, 3rd, 2nd, root 5th, 5th, 3rd, 5th, 3rd, 2nd, root. Right. Time out. If you're enjoying this video thus far, I'm going to give you an opportunity to show your support by reminding you to hit the like button. And if you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button. Lastly, hit that bell and make sure you click all so that you get all notifications when a new video has been posted. And now, back to our regularly scheduled program. All right. Root 5th, 5th, 3rd, 5th, 3rd, 2nd, root. All right, hopefully you're getting that. So in this case, right now we're talking strictly about the 1, 1, 5, 5, 2, 1, 5, 5, 3, 5, 3, 2, 1. All right, and whatever shape you're playing those notes in, remember it, because when we move it, we're gonna move it. All right, I'm only saying groove and not giving you each individual note so we can move this progression, this tutorial along a little quicker. Okay. 1/5, 5th, 3rd, 5th, 3rd, 2nd, 1, root. All right. So now we're gonna do. He lifted me up. We're in the 1 from the miry. Sorry, it's root 5th, 5th, root 5th, 5th, 3rd, 5th, 3rd, 2nd, root 5th, 5th. We take that first groove and now tag it onto the back of this. Root 5th, 5th. Okay, and then, that's gonna like alternate. The second time it doesn't happen. Okay, so just the first time. All right, so that's all in the one. So let's start the song over now as if we were playing it with him. He lifted me up from the miry clay. We're still in the one. He planted. We're going to the 5 now. 1. We're going to keep that half walk we did earlier. 5, 6, 5, 7, 1. 4, 1, 5. Now, I didn't quite do, and then church, right? Or I didn't quite do it that way in my demo, but you can. When you get to that 4, 1, 5, 1 towards the end, the phrases get shorter. The timing gets cut in half, so you don't have to use the complete phrase. Whatever you feel in there, however much of it you feel you can get in there, or not get in there, or want to add or don't want to add, you are free to do so. Okay, so let me give it to you one more time. He lifted me. 1. 1. Now we're going to the 5. 1. Half walk. 1. 4. 1. 5. 1. Church. Now you're good. You can play the rest. In the So for In the Rock, our first groove sounds like this. So root 5th, 5th root, root 5th, 5th root, root 5th, 5th root, root 5th, 5th root. All right, so however you're playing that, whatever way your fingers are laying, just remember that shape for when we start to move it around, okay? That'll be our first groove. So let's talk about what's happening progression-wise underneath. In the rock 1, I will hide 1. In the shadow 5, I will abide 1. When the stone 4 of life are 1 and over me 6. Sharp 5 in the rock 5. I will hide 1. Okay. Sorry, y'all. All right. So that's our groove, right? So we're gonna take that groove. We're gonna put it in the 1 first. In the rock. I will hide still in the 1. 5. I will abide 1. 4. That's 1. 6, 5, 1, 5, sorry, and then 1. So I've got to give you the movement on the 6, all right? So the 6 and the sharp 5. We've got 6, flat 3, 6, sharp 5, 2, sharp 5, then 5, 1, church. Okay. So that's our groove there with that. Now, the second, or one of the passes eventually, he does switch something. And so I'm going to give you a substitute to do over that. So if you missed it the first time, you can catch it on here. Just know that I'm going to switch one part. So in the rock, in the 1. I will hum. In the 5. 1. When the start 4. 1. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed the substitute. Let's do that again. In the rock. 1. I will hum. We're gonna do it right here. All right. So we're still in the 5. It's just how he's walking down to the 5. 2, 7, 7, 6, 5. Now I'm talking regular numbers. 2, 7, 7, 6, 5, as if we're playing in the scale. 2, 7, 7, 6, 5. Okay. 2, 7, 7, 6, 5. All right. I will hunt 1. 5 special. I will back to the 1. And the 4. R1. Raging over 6. Sharp 5. 5. 1. Church. Okay. Now eventually the groove is going to change and we're going to get a new groove. Then we're going to go to so that's root 5th, 3rd, 2nd, root, 5th, 3rd, 2nd, root 5th, 3rd, 2nd, root 5th, 3rd, 2nd, root. All right, however you play that, root 5th, 3rd, 2nd, root, whatever shape you're using. If you're using this one, or wherever else you're putting your fingers. However you have in your fingers, just remember that shape. I can't stress it enough. Because someone's going to be like, well, why aren't you just giving us all the numbers? It's easier for me to just talk about the groove as a chunk and then tell you where to move that entire chunk, okay? So we're going to play that new groove now over this progression. In the rock 1. I will hide. 5 in the shadow. 1. And the 4. 1. 6. Same. 5. 1. Okay. And church. You can also do the special that we did in the other groove, in this groove too. I didn't do it in the demo, but it would sound like this. Let's go to the next song. One more quick note about In the Rock. When it loops at the end, when the storm of my life are raging over me, in the rock I will hide. When the storm of life are raging over me, in the rock I will hide. You're just going to go in that same progression, just start where the 4 is and continue to the end of the progression, and then go back to the 4 and go to the end of the progression, and the same thing. So when the storm 4, 1, 6, sharp 5, 5, 1, and the 4, 1, 6, 5, sharp 5, 5, 1. Now let's go to the next one.